Ricky Touchwoods, mate.
That's better. He's flicked the right switch this time. Well, yeah, I suppose, you know, a big game. Match of the day, round 15. And emotions are running high. Players from both sides wanted to win at all costs. And Humpty Dumpty had a great fall and just boofed it over the top. Timmy Gardner did it well. Tries to break the tackle.
That's a great tackle. That is a great tackle.
Oh, I thought he might have got him a bit high, but...
No, not when you're trying to barge through a pack.
Yeah, but...
Can't happen.
I think it still might have been a touch high.
Well, umpire's advisor Cole Farnsworth here this afternoon. He's got an experienced campaigner on his left here. I'd be love to know what Mitch is saying to him.
That was a pretty silly move there by Centrals.
Absolutely silly. The way the umpires are umpiring now, you've just got to keep out of them indiscretion area. That's just ridiculous.
Too right.
Get back to footy.
Yeah.
Highland's got the ball. Round centre wing. Got no one to kick to, but just decides to chip down to where Gardner in front of Morley takes the mark. Handballs over to where Highland takes the pass back, kicks it across the centre half forward. Ball's taken by Terry Nankervis. Runs untouched through. Very, very ordinary there. Didn't have anyone on his tail. Puts it onto the left and has missed them by a fair ways and popped it through for another point for the Thompson Tigers. And they'll move on to 8 goals 12. Leading Werribee Central's 6 goals 4.
3 minutes gone of the third and vital quarter. Bought was by APCO Easy Shops in and around Geelong. The one-stop shop, Pete, that's got the lot.
I tell you what, Ronnie, I was wanting to ask you earlier, what's this new promotion that you're running with the win buy?
The win buys, yeah, it's a beauty, isn't it?
It is a very good one. Is it only on Geelong games, Geelong home games, or is it on...
Just the Geelong West Coast game.
Just the Geelong West Coast? Very good idea. I saw the tickets last night.
And going very well. All mine have gone, actually, so I apologise to anyone else coming in, but to the participators, they're looking forward to the results.
So, because you can't give them a ticket if they were shopping down at your lovely sunny Barwon Heads, what will you give them, a smile?
I always give them a smile and a cuddle as well.
Oh, that's
that one.
Pretty rough tackle there by Burke. Pretty tough tackle there on Burke on Robbie Edgar.
Burke is always pretty well straight at it.
Free kick given away, though. They've really got to start running back at the ball. Edgar, long kick around the boundary line to where Heath Buck sets himself. Menzies and himself go to task. Neither get a clear possession. Ball's come to ground. Menzies back out of the pack, gets a kick onto the right, but very well, badly directed, and Robbie Edgar's taken a mark on central wing. He plays on, looks back towards centre half forward, gets the ball away. Kicks over to where Burton gets clear possession. Carl Smith, and dragged to the ground. Probably didn't have the ball.
Oh, no, he had it.
Burton recovers well. Left foot's a good one. Oh, he dropped the mark, but doesn't matter. Jono! Oh, Scotty Johnson had all the time in the world. And it let me down.
Well, I said that just before half-time, Ronnie. He's had a few touches, but the delivery from Scotty Johnson is not what it should be today. But the pressure on him is pretty well immense too, of course.
Menzies, good kick out from fullback. Bit of infringement there by the Centrals player, and I think the free kick's gone to Nankervis. Plays on quickly. Finds Skinner. Uncontested in the middle of the ground. Moves the ball around. Andy Gardner takes it. Cross to centre half forward where in front there we find the Werribee player in Bernardo. A little chip kick. Over to where the number 18, I think it is, Robbie Edgar, moving around the ground very, very well.
Yeah, good player.
Got a lot of possessions in the first part of the quarter here, only a few minutes in. But punches the ball up. Ooh. Contest, ball goes to ground. Umpy says, I think I'll take a bit of control here and slow things down.
Christian Highland has been terrific in the first half, and I think, they're just taking their eye off the footy. Okay. He's had a couple of high tackles of late.
Good pass. And McFarland, probably too far out for him, turns very quickly, kicks it over. Ooh.
Well, James Lee has been caught there. Actually, he shepherded Dale Menzies off the ball. You can't do that within 10 metres.
You probably can't.
That was there.
Probably 5 metres.
Good umpire. But it's a bit like anything, though. We go to grub. When you're hot, you're hot.
Don't understand the decision. Like, if he puts his arm out and shepherds him out, yeah, but he just plonked his body there. And
He kind of stuck his butt out, didn't he?
Yeah, it's not how the umpire paid it. It's the rule, I think.
Humphries. Gardner, Andy Gardner, touched off the hand.
From here.
Well,
Yes,
umpire says it's
touched.
been touched.
Who called touched?
Well, the field umpire did, and I tell you what, the Thompson players weren't too happy. He might have been wrong.
I just want to know who called touched first.
No,
the
field-
central umpire or the goal umpire?
No, the field umpire called it.
Okay, big kick out from Werribee Centrals to a pack that's formed. No one really gets clear possession. The ball goes to the ground. In there fighting for it's Carl Smith, who you'll find will come up with his little mate Craig Wolverton from the bottom of the pack. Mr. Graspus. Graps what? We'll call him ostrich legs. Then I don't get round the Graspuses. Gets a good bounce down, which he has been doing all day. Darlow running at the ball, pushes it up to where Justin Morlow takes possession away from Gardner at this stage. Gets a little kick over to Heath Buck. Buck turns onto the right, a little chip kick up. Morley running down the ground, takes another possession. And this is his little mate Craig Wolverton from the bottom of the pack. Mr. Graspus. Graps what? We'll call him ostrich legs. Then I don't get round the Graspuses. Gets a good bounce down, which he has been doing all day. Darlow running at the ball, pushes it up to where Justin Morlow takes possession away from Gardner at this stage. Gets a little kick over to Heath Buck. Buck turns onto the right, a little chip kick up. Morley running down the ground, takes another possession. And this is probably better football from the Centrals combination. A little chip kick in. Robbie Edgar, who's been playing very well. Morley again.
Great play, yeah.
Just got dragged down by David Burke, who was tracking him all the way up the centre of the ground there.
He never left him, did he?
He
Followed
didn't
him all
leave
the
him
way.
at all, drag him down, and the umpire said, well, he'll have a bit of a bounce. Ball goes down. Evans, big punch away. No clear possession again, but Nan Curvis looks for the safety of the boundary line, and he's found it in the forward pocket.
Well, you know, I'll ask a question. He had was to get the ball out of bounds. And he won.
But if umpire paid deliberate there, he would have been
Morley.
lynched.
Morley a snapshot and got 1 point.
Been busy. How far away is he from Gardner? Oh, he's in his right chest pocket.
Yeah, but now let's
That's not close enough.
let's look at the situation there. Morley's got 4 possessions inside probably the last 2 minutes. Now I'll be interested to see whether he's gone and done his own thing and then come back to Gardner. Oh, he's with him now. They look like they're twin brothers, joined at the hip.
Good mark, Atchison.
Atchison.
Nice kick there from Menzies as well. Atchison, a rubber man. Looks up there for Humphries, but oh, yeah, good work. Good work there, Hawksy. Used the body well. Chips in boards, puts Scotty Johnson under all sorts of pressure. What a finger tipper! It's a beauty. Nankers, a long bomb up there. Good use of the body. Skinner couldn't get a handle on it. Now Humphrey v. Bear. He fell off the wall. Now, oh, good work, Hawksy. Courage. Threw himself on the footy. Umpire Graps has said right half forward. Thompson into attack. Gardner gave it to Wolfenden. Wolfenden's quick kick up there. Good work, Bernardo. Knocks it away from McFarlane, who's been brilliant. Quick hands there, Smith. Oh, Bernardo went without the ball. Lost it. McFarlane run onto it. Don't tell me he's going to kick another goal. No. Brad Spice is there and saves the day now for the... Plays on quickly. Looks out wide. Good work too. And finds Morley. Gone. Good work there to Dwayne Burton. Burton, lovely kick
Oh,
to
that's a free
Spicer.
kick. You can't do that.
That wasn't Spicer. I've mucked up, but
That was Spicer.
yeah, it was there, but I called him earlier. As we see now, good work, Withers. Oh, look, here's a go. Lunchbox all wrapped. To the JJ. The echo from 30 metres. Echo, echo, echo. Great goal. Well, gentlemen, let's have a look. 10 minutes into the third and final premiership quarter of footy. And Thompson have done a very nice job. They've kicked. Let's have a look.
I might sound biased here, but he missed a terrible free kick there. Like, if a bloke's not going for the ball and just jumps in his way, that's interference. That's always been interference and always will be. And of course, that prevented the turnover. Went and was a goal. It could have been down the other end. And I'm trying not to be biased, but just
Gets it down to where the number 17, Carl Smith, got control. He kicks it forward, and the mark has been paid there to David Matheson.
don't be silly, son.
Yeah, he's a bit fortunate there. Unfortunate that he never got a 50-metre penalty. Ball gets pushed down, and another very, very good mark by Lute Lutnick. Probably 40 metres.
Your free kick, David.
It was unfortunate, Ron. It was quite accidental, but unfortunately that's the way it goes.
It was there, infringed prior to the contest. And Dave Matheson, he's kicked 2 goals, 1. Gets an opportunity here. Dodgy lead is still very dodgy. Okay. Yes, they certainly did. Luke Luddick, was it?
David Matheson.
Dave, sorry, David. 3 goals, David.
I think we're back in town with the
And
the Steven Spielberg stuff.
thank you very much.
That wouldn't have happened if Jason Doherty was here.
Oh, don't say that.
The Pommy Wonder.
I'll never live it down. Okay, we've got 9-13-67 Thompson. They lead Werribee Central's 7-6-48. Margin 19 points. Time check shows 13.5 minutes gone of the third vital premiership quarter of footy. Brought us by Apco Easy Shops in and around Geelong.
Okay, Stewart wins clear possession and gets a good knockdown to where the ball's pushed forward there by Edgar. Edgar following up the kick, gets another possession after kicking it into the forward line. Tackled well by Menzies, and all he can really do is just push the ball over the boundary line in front of the grandstand area, and it'll be thrown in by our good friend running the boundary line.
Yeah, and our good friend here is
who cares?
Bradley
He's a man
Smith.
in white. He has done that, and Evans gets a knockdown.
Tap.
Good tap down there to Burke. Burke kicks forward, but a good mark there by Hawks, who plays on. Ball gets pushed out to Bernardo. Bernardo looking for Morley on the far wing, crossing the ball very well. Morley turns onto the left foot, sees a teammate there in Johnson, kicks it forward, and Johnson takes a good mark in the centre of the ground, looking for options. There's not much movement on the forward line, so he decides to bomb it up in the air. Evans takes pride of place, but Rubberman, Andy Atchison, going back position, still stretches those big arms up and takes a good mark. Looks very quickly and kicks across the far wing and finds Skinner. Skinner, Justin in the clear, puts it out in front of him. Justin onto the left foot and finds nobody at home, and the ball is pushed over. A contest between Gareth Buck and young Smithy, and it's pushed over for another point.
Yeah, good contest. Smithy a bit stiff there, lost his footing at the crucial time. Needless to say, the rush point. As we see now that the Centrals, through Barry Delaney, goes out wide. Looks there for, that was Heath Buck.
Been well beaten today, Heath Buck.
Hotly pressed there. Dale Menzies doing a dynamite job. And I think Johnny Mitchell, the president of Thompson, is pretty impressed with Dale Menzies' job here this afternoon.
Well, I think he'd have reason to be, because not many people have lowered Heath Buck's colours this year, but it's happened today so far. Was happened to this time last week so far, and he finished with 7 runs, so... No good arguing about it, son. You were caught red hot. Accept it.
Okay, caught red hot there on that occasion.
Gardner can't take the kick, but...
That's a stupid thing to do. He never made any contact.
Moved the ball very quickly. Gardner couldn't take the kick. Quick handball over to Wolverton. Wolverton nearly got cleaned up at that stage by a low-flying elbow.
I just don't know.
But you can't intend... You know, there's no... The intention was there, but there was no contact. You can't play a free kick on intention.
Yeah, but didn't someone in the AFL get reported last week for...
Well, you can be reported, but I don't see you can play a down-the-ground free kick when no contact's made.
But if you can be reported for that...
It's what you call a Clayton's charge.
It is a Clayton's charge. Intent, that's the word.
Well, back to the footy.
It's a silly thing to do anyway, because it's cost them a goal.
It's cost them 6 points.
Christian Smith has popped it through. Kick Thompson's 10th goal. Time check shows, gentlemen, 17 minutes gone to the third and vital quarter of footy here. Apco Easy Shops bring us the third term, and don't forget Apco Easy Shops. They're at North Geelong, they're at East Geelong, South Geelong.
They are at a multitude of places
Lara,
all throughout the
Newcombe,
Geelong area.
And don't forget sunny Barwon Heads.
Coming soon to Warn Ponds too, I'm told.
Very good indeed.
When do we get one in Werribee, Ron?
It's coming.
Anyway, The ball has bounced again, no clear possession again. The boys in the ruck work are trying very, very hard, but not getting the ball out. Delaney tried to push it out. He's still got control of it under the pack. Handball comes out. Morley takes possession, turns onto their favourite left foot, tips it back into the centre of the ground. A good punch. That was very, very smartly done by Lutnick. Lutnick out to where the number 21 in Spicer runs through the pack. Can't get it. Mickey Gann turns onto the left, gets control for the Tigers, pushes it down to where Christian Highland gets a run of the ball, takes a bounce, running away there from the Werribee Central's player. Sets it up, looking for McFarland, and a very good pass and a very good mark, about 35, 40 metres out, directly in front for the Thomson Tigers team. I tell you what, guys, throughout our call, we've had 2.5 quarters now. We haven't really put Christian Highland in our best players in any of the quarters, and yet I think he's been a very, very big contributor for the Thomson Tigers team.
And I tell you what, I think Kevin McFarland has given his son Christian his boots, because they worked that time, Christian, straight through the high diddle-diddle.
You're saying his father was a shocking kick?
He was a great kick at goal.
Well, he's kicked 6 points.
Yeah, but no, he's got his dad's boots on now.
That time.
Okay, he's kicked 4 goals, 6 I think you'll find so far. Not bad effort from centre-half forward, 2.5 quarters. He's on the ball at the minute, and the Tigers are running rampant here at Godfrey Street.
Just a little bit of inside gossip too. The Bannockburn team are giving Eastern Suburbs a bit of a lesson. They're about 7 or 8 goals up. And North Geelong and Anarchy, I think, is the other side. One of the other games
Big
going
game,
on,
yeah.
and that is very, very close.
Okay, well, we'll be waiting with the final scores on those games as McFarland dropped a chest mark he should have taken, but he's still working hard there at ground level. Spicer and Withers clashed, and the loose ball spills Robbie Edgar. Quick hands to the run of Hawke. Hawksy, good at half-back. Like they're looking for Stewart. Hotly pressed there by Stein. Not a real good match-up there from a Thomson point of view. But the kick, not a good one that occasion from Andy Hawkes. It's couldn't find the target. Out of bounds, right half forward. Got 70 metres now from Werribee's goal. And goals have been a little bit scarce in this third quarter. Burton had it stolen from him by Spicer. Burton back in hard at it. Held without it for mine. No, said the umpire. Loose ball spills. Opportunity there. Heath Buck gave it to a teammate, but unfortunately was hotly pressed as he kicked it. That was Justin Morley.
Yeah.
And good work there, Mickey Gann, who gave that free kick to the Tigers. Just unsettled him as he kicked. Justin on his wrong side.
Yeah.
Menzies now with the free kick, back pocket.
Ooh.
High ball, up they go. Oh, Peter Gray, the 18-year-old. Nice grab. The big fella, he's a big boy too. Kicks up there looking for Matheson. Good contest, Atchison. Matheson recovers well. Heath Buck under pressure, lost it. The rubber man back in there at it. Gardner shows it to Barry Delaney. Breaks. Look at him go. Dashes through centre half back. Kicks up the half forward. Skinner hadn't me money on him, but he let me down as Scripper backs up well for the Centurions. Over the top he goes with the hand pass to the direction of Carl Smith. Bounce of the ball though, not very friendly here this afternoon at Godfrey Street for the Werribee side. Bounces away and out of bounds.
Oh yeah, but you make your own luck when you're playing good footy. It bounces for you, Ron. I think you should know that.
Certainly do. Bounce down. A throw in, I should say. Opportunity here. Hawks. Ball smothered there. Good work, Humphrey. Butters up again. Left foot into the goal square. McFarland. Good work there, Bernardo. Loose ball now, ground level. Shot at goal. Don't tell me he's kicked it.
It's a goal.
Aaron Bradley's just come on and popped one through. Great goal. Huh. What can I say, Pete?
Bradley did very well. You could see McFarland was going up in the front of the pack. The option there is, mark the ball, or if it comes off hands, normally comes down to the front of the pack. Roved it, like Bradley's a fairly lanky boy. Run past the front of the pack like a rover, popped it onto the right, crossed the body. Thank you very much.
Good goal under pressure because he was met rather solidly by his opponent on that occasion too. So it was a good goal under pressure there from, looks like Craig Dallow now at half-back.
Evans, good knockdown, but goes to the opposition in the Werribee Central's player. Ball comes out, followed there, and doing very well through there was Bernardo. Bernardo Trying to follow up, can't get control of it. Comes down, McFarlane gets a clear possession. Over to Timmy Gardner. Timmy Gardner onto the right, kicks it down. Balls are a bit...
Oh, that's a disgraceful decision. Look at that. Where did he pull that from, Ron?
I'm not sure what it was for. I'm watching the player with the ball, but something's obviously happened. Christian Smith obviously knows that he did the wrong thing and just tapped the umpire on the arm. See that?
Well, I think he would have rather punched him in the nose because that was a disgraceful decision.
I thought that was an admission of guilt.
I think it might have been, yeah. Anyway, the sheriff changes direction, runs across the ground and kicks it out on the opposite side of the ground.
Well, they're taking chances, though, Grub.
Well, they are, but I think things like... Obviously, the umpires have got to pay these Tiggy Touchwood straight after what happened before half time, but everything's settled down. Good footy being played. Umpire properly, you know. Let it go.
Out to Timmy Gardner. Timmy Gardner within 15 or 20 has a ping at goals, dribbles it across the front of the face of the goals, and it's gone out on the deep into the forward pocket in Thompson's.
24 minutes gone. I'll ignore that, Grub. 24 minutes gone to the third quarter. Thompson's 12-14, 86. Lead Werribee 7-6, 48. Margin 38 points.
Could be enough. Could be very well enough. Ball's punched out there by Darlow. Darlow up the wing. No one home for the Centrals, boys. Evans turns it over. Back to Nankervis. It's Mickey Gann running through the pack. Can't get control of it. Delaney tries to do a little bit too much and the ball gets pushed away from him and it's over the boundary line on the Thompson half-forward flank.
You've got to sniff the Tigers.
They have, and I think, you know, this bit of a margin could be a bit too much.
Evans does well, but it's hit straight down to Skripniku's throat. Stewart in front is paid the mark. And
a little bit lucky.
Stewart now, left foot kick to centre half forward. Oh, at the back of the pack, Heath Buck. But he's been pinged for...
It wasn't him, it was...
someone else.
It was one of his teammates kind of got up into Dale Menzies' back and allowed the free kick to go. Menzies has kicked it out onto the central wing where he's found Atchison. Atchison looking for a very quick-moving Jamie Backwell. Backwell turns onto the right foot, across the centre half forward. But chipping in there was the Werribee Central's player in...
Peter Gray.
Peter Gray.
Yeah, the young fella, number 60.
Stood his ground very well. Pretty poorly directed kick out onto the far wing, and Jamie Backwell has backed up again and taken a nice mark. Plays on quickly, looking for Skinner. Comes to ground, but...
no. He claimed it.
Eminence touch that one.
Well done, Uts, though. He's done all right.
He's a bit of a con man, Darlow.
He did well. Experience showing. Heath Buck.
One set of hands on that one.
Well, he's angry, and he just about burst the bladder out of the shearer, and then when he grabbed that lovely long bomb, up there they go. Matheson in front there of Stone. No Atchison to be seen. It was actually Stewart.
Stewart, yeah.
As we see now, an opportunity, loose ball. Burke does battle with Johnson, and that's a bit like an atomic bomb when those two clash. Ball spills out of bounds, right half forward, about 70 metres from the Werribee goal. Stewart, Evans. Stewart does well. Highland goes in hard at it. As do about number 5. Hit the ball pretty hard. Umpire Hillgrove forced to bounce down. Far side of the ground. Still on half forward flank.
Spice is pretty hard at the ball too over there. He's been contributing very well.
Certainly is. Kick out of defence for Thompson, not a good one. Carl Smith can't control it. It's off his hands and it's gone again out of bounds. Just about centre wing here at Godfrey Street, where Thompson enjoying at the moment 38-point lead over the league leaders, Werribee Centrals.
Not for long at this rate, Ron.
Early days yet, still plenty of footy left here this afternoon as Scotty Johnson drives them into attack. Up they go, Heath Buck. Cop one that time, surely. Yes, he did. Gets the free kick. And 50. Yep. Poor play, Andrew Atchison. Saw what happened?
I did see what happened. I tell you what, and then I'll tell you what, now I honestly believe this. 50-metre penalties are supposed to be in for wasting time. And I think the umpires get carried away with little nitpick and things that don't waste any time. And I don't give 50 for that stuff.
Yeah, Atchison had the ball. He was keen to get back to his man.
Yeah.
So he threw the ball, it just landed about a foot or so in front of him.
Away. If he throws it over his head or throws it away, fair enough. But you know, and I know they've gone a couple have gone against Werribee Centrals as well, which I think are a bit nitpicking. Let it go. Don't pay 50 for stuff that doesn't waste time. That's why the rule was brought in, so they wouldn't have to report people for wasting time.
Okay, well, Heath Buck kicks his third. 8th goal for Werribee. They're now 8-6-54. Thompson 12-14-86. Margin back to 32 points. Time check shows 28 minutes gone in the third quarter. Can the Centurions bag another one before three-quarter time? Peter Walker.
I don't know. I think they've lost the plot a little bit. I think Thompson might have the bit of the better at him with Gardner running the way he is, and Atchison. They're running hard at the ball. I know the Werribee Central boys are missing a couple, but I think they've got to lift their game.
Well, that time Stewart did well there to Burton.
See, that's ridiculous. That's nothing in that.
Well,
It's rubbish.
No, he was tackled, wasn't he, Bernardo, by Bradley. But anyway, Werribee into attack now. Johnson. Hand pass under pressure, went nowhere. McFarlane does well, recovers and just chips it up there looking for Humphrey.
Oh,
Stewart back. Good work. That was nicely done.
That's a
That's
throw.
probably
ain't
a
it?
throw.
But got away with it. And
I
did
tell
it
you what,
nicely
lads.
too. Now you see it, now you don't.
tell you what, lads, I just had a quick look at next week's agenda, and if it goes the way the scoreboard's looking at the moment, and the Central boys go down, Bannockburn are in front. Bannockburn have a better percentage. They'll go to the top of the
That's
ladder.
correct.
Certainly.
And guess who plays next week?
Werribee and Bannockburn.
That'll be a crackerjack game
Ooh. Whereabouts is that?
on a football ground.
At Werribee. It's at Werribee.
At where we wanted to up the highway, mate. There's the go. Carl Smith said thank you very much. And he's kicked a nice goal. Too easy.
It's up at Werribee, so that'll be a crackerjack game.
Well, the half-back flank has just kicked a goal for Werribee. That's how good he's going. He's wandered up the ground and said, look, you blokes, if you can't kick him, I'll do it myself.
Well, I'm a bit disappointed on him because he usually kicks 3 from the half-back flank, but he's actually on the half-forward flank runner, you bloody idiot.
I love it when you talk dirty to me. Great. 9-6-60.
I tell you what, though, Carl Smith came to Werribee Centrals as a backman, and I believe he's actually played the better football this year for us up the half-forward line.
Okay.
So
Likes the freedom.
Where'd he come from?
he came from Melton South.
From Melton, did he?
Yeah.
Well, margin back to 26 points. Apco is your shops third and vital quarter of footy. Boys, just a little keen there at half forward in the Thompson attacking area. Nothing serious. Run around on the ground. Bounce down.
Oh,
Not a
you
good
silly bugger. I saw that. Adrian
Okay.
Bernardo, number 40, is running into the square.
Yeah, well, that's silly, because now Evans just pumps the ball long. Up there looking for Smith. Good work there from the Werribee side's James Lee. At ground level, good work there from Delaney. Got it to Spicer. Back to Delaney under
Probably got
pressure.
pulled down.
Play on's the call. Darlow, good work to Spicer, who's been terrific. Lee busy at ground level, but his kick on that occasion under pressure
A shocker.
off the side of the boot. And, well, Grant Skinner now for the Tigers takes possession at centre wing.
And Skinner kicking the ball back across the scoreboard side of the ground. Goes to ground. I think that again was Delaney. Delaney gets the ball out to where's that? Morley, I think, on the
Yes,
far
it is.
side. Morley a little bit away from Gardner at this time, and this quarter it's been proving beneficial to the Central side.
Maybe
Kicks it
Ronnie
up.
Brain was right after all.
Buck.
Maybe we were wrong, Peter Walker.
Buck in front, gets a handball out, goes to ground, and he's paid the free kick there, holding the ball, and I think it was our good little mate there in Mickey Gray. Hello.
What's that? What's he doing now? I think he's paid a free kick because he kicked the ball into his face. Is that a free kick?
No. I'm not sure.
I thought it may have been 50-metre penalty, actually, for running over the mark. But anyway.
Heath Buck looks to push the ball into right into the
Oh,
goal
yeah,
of
Silly.
the mouth of goal. Comes off hands, pack forms, and our umpire friend will say, "I'll have the ball." Rubber man, last man to get up, throws it across to the umpy. He belts it down into the grass. Two big boys, Stewart and I think that was Ian Evans there contesting the ruck work. No clear out. Siren goes, and there we go, three-quarter time. We're looking at Thompson, 12 goals, 14-86. Presently leading the Werribee Central side, 9 goals, 6, and that is 60 points. So a lead of 26 points going into the last quarter, and I think the fun's about to begin. I think they're both within got got a chance of winning the game.
Well, 5 minutes ago, Peter, I'd have said that's ridiculous because a 38-point deficit at three-quarter time would have been, I think, insurmountable. But the last couple of goals have just put them in with a small sniff and a small chance. I know the players have got utmost confidence in each other. They've played that way all year. And I think those last two goals have just put them in with a slight chance. You'd have to favour Thompson at this point, but I still think they've got a slight chance, the boys.
Yeah, it's interesting. Young Gardner, Andy Gardner, off the ground for the Thompson side. He's been very busy, especially around the, under the ball in the forward line.
Yeah.
Hasn't kicked a lot of goals. Might not have kicked any. He might have kicked one, I think. But always been there, pushing the ball out. And with him off the ground, the likes of him off the ground, they seem to have gone back to a kick and mark type thing where that quarter, Morley got away from Gardner. Now, whether it was by instruction or whatever, or whether it was initiative, he is a good footballer. Gardner had an influence in the first part of the quarter, but drifted away, and Morley took over. And Morley would have got, I'd say, 7 or 8 possessions himself that quarter, which was good for the central side.
Well, I think I agree with you. I think that quarter, I think Morley probably took the points over Timmy Gardner, and if that's the case, I think you and I owe the Ron Barassi brain a huge apology.
That's all right, the accurate one doesn't make many mistakes. And you blokes are only new at the game and it'll take you a while to settle in, but you'll get there, I'm sure.
Knew I shouldn't have said that.
You played the back line, didn't you?
I played everywhere, mate.
Did you play in the back line?
No, I was an instigator. I was a ruck, rover, half forward, centreman.
Oh, ruck rover, half forward,
but
centreman,
after
backman.
pre-season was big, I'd start off at the back pocket a couple of weeks and, and then have to take control again.
Gotcha.
And I hate to harp on this fact too, boys, but I really think that the game can be won here. I think last week down against Goldpost Hill, Heath Buck hadn't really touched the ball till half-time and finished with 7 goals. He's been well beaten today and he's got 3. If he can do that again and kick 7 goals again, that means he's got to kick 4 this quarter and they can win from there then.
You might buy him a drink too.
I might. I'm not real free with me buying drinks.
Best players first.